gift for you today. And I'm so excited to share with you an incredible interview with my dear friend and top producer on every level, Meladee Ryba. So Meladee, how are you doing today?
I am so blessed, highly favored, and deeply loved, and I can say that from the bottom of my heart. I actually feel it and believe it this time, so it's awesome. Thank you for teaching me that.
Well, you and I have known each other for quite a while, and so what I want to do is I know that with your recent success, I mean, you've had success for a few years now, and I'm so proud of you. But I know within the last, 2.5 months, we took on another adventure, you and I together, and not only went to 5K, but also 10K and then 25K. And of course, when people do that, everybody wants to know, oh my God, how'd you do it? How'd she do it? So, that's what I wanted to cover here today. For those of you that just started watching this video, I want you to be able to, we'll have, up on Facebook and also on YouTube. So, say right down and below in the comments, say contact me so Meladee can reach out to you. And I also will have a link somewhere around this video where I want you to reach out to Meladee. Meladee has helped hundreds and hundreds of people never live an average, unfulfilled, unhealthy lifestyle again. So this incredible woman has been through so much, and for her to be able to change her life, I just wanted to reach out and make sure that everybody knew who she was. And so Meladee, before you get started, if you don't mind, share with people a little bit about the Meladee of past. Make sure that they understand that regardless of what's going on in their crazy life today, that you're not trying to outdo them, but where you were at a point of your life where, times didn't seem so good and you thought they were pretty much helpless.
Helpless is understated. And, thankfully, I was introduced to you at a very dark time in my life. I had just lost my husband. We lost our dream home. We were living homeless out of our car for 1.5 years, me and my kids. Had no money to feed them. There were everything that could have gone wrong was going wrong. I had health issues, was sent home with cancer and told nothing can be done. So there was a lot of stuff that was consuming me, and that's all I could see in my life. And thankfully, my hero, Scott Kloster, one of my heroes, you're my other, Scott Kloster introduced me to you. And when I met you for the first time,
thank you, Scott. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll always be indebted to him, because when I met you, it totally changed my life. And I didn't know why I was meeting you. I didn't know why I was going to this event. But he was insistent and persistent, and he was excited, and he was just like, you have to be there. You have to be there. You have to meet this guy. And I'm like, okay, fine. And so one of the things that you said that day was something that stuck with me, and I hear your voice say it every day. Why do people fail? And I was a huge failure in my life. That's how I saw myself. Right. And it was because people focus on surviving rather than focus on thriving. And it was like, I thought for sure, and your eyes kind of shifted to me when you said that, because he made me sit in that front seat, which I was just horrified to be there. And I thought, okay, this is a setup. He told you about me. He must have said something that, what is up? And I just got to know you from then, Robert. And, I started following you and realized that there was a lot in my life from learning from you that I had power over, that I didn't have to focus on all the things that were wrong, all the things that I lost, all the things that were missing in my life. But I could change them, and I could change the way that I thought. And it took me a long time. I'm going to be honest, because I was so broken, spiritually, emotionally, financially, physically. I was so broken. And when I started to apply the things that you were teaching me, and I started to see myself change, and the way that I thought change, and who I was change, and there was just so much that you had taught me, and I started to be able to apply it to my life, and it's changed me forever in every area of my life.
Yeah, it has.
Including my personal relationships. My personal relationships. Who doesn't want their personal relationships better?
Right. Everybody.
Who doesn't want to know how to communicate more effectively? You taught me that. And then it just grew from there. I mean, just incredible. So I just held on to your coattails. I just shake loose for about 8 years now. And I just hold on and I hold on. And then you started talking about purpose and passion. And I'm like, well, my only purpose was to, get through the day and make sure my kids could eat today. And, it was a dark, dark time in my life. But what I want everybody to know is it doesn't matter what your circumstances are, how hopeless, how helpless you feel. There are people that are here that can help you. And there are things that you can do to change this starting today.
Yep.
Starting immediately. And that's why, Robert and I are here to do that. And I love Robert because his heart is so pure when it comes to helping other people create the life and lifestyle that them and their families not only want, but deserve to have. Yeah. I don't think God created us to live a life of mediocrity.
No way.
And I just, I just think of all the things, gosh, why didn't I know personal development before? Why didn't I know Hollis before? But I am thankful that I learned and I was smart enough to hold on to you and not let go.
Well, Meladee, you put in the effort and the work, and for people that ever get a chance to read my book, you're going to see that I came from a similar place as Meladee. I was broken in every place in my life, and it was me being exposed to different information. And one of the things that I didn't realize is it's not just that some of you that are going to watch this and see this, and again, you got to reach out. The biggest blessing you could do in your life right now is going, I don't know what to do next. I don't know how to change things. And reach out to Meladee and let her show you. Let her show you exactly what she learned from me that I learned from my mentors. It's just, I get all these neat accolades today, and it's, it's so funny. I get to see people get accolades from their coaches teaching them on how to do what they're doing, right? And so I know that you can do it. I know that you can do it. And here's one thing that people don't really get is that what your mind is focused on is making bigger. So it's not that you don't know the right way to think and the certain way to think to get your life in a happier, more fulfilled, more abundant life, a healthier life. It's not that. It's that your thoughts on a day-to-day basis right now, because you don't know any different, is actually not only holding you there, but making things worse. When I first heard this statement, I didn't like hearing it. I wanted to call BS on it, right? And Jim Rohn said this. Jim Rohn said, Robert, listen, do you realize that you're not maintaining? No one maintains. You're either growing and things are getting better or things are getting worse. And I was like, come on. And he's going, listen, every day that goes by, every week, month, year that goes by, if you're maintaining, you're going further in debt and you're losing time. And I was like, that's not funny. And he goes, well, listen, there's people out there today that say, I didn't figure it out till 55. I didn't figure it out till 65. I didn't figure it out ever. So, regardless of where you are today, you can make things change and change fast. And you just got to get introduced to a new certain way of doing things that alters and changes your thoughts. When your thoughts change, everything changes. So the reason I wanted to get a Meladee on here is two reasons. Not only for her to share with you exactly what she did to get 25K, but Meladee, when you and I first met, it was you got introduced to a marketing company.
Yes.
And so Meladee, with the mindset of old, got involved and tried to do marketing and build a group and make product sales to pay the bills and build an organization. What are you laughing about? It's like, so So it was still Meladee that tried to market in those other companies. What do you think is the biggest difference? I want you to tell people here, what is the difference between Meladee that I met over 8 years ago and the Meladee that's in front of them today? Why is it that Meladee decided to get involved in this marketing company, I believe March 18th, and hit 5K, 10K, 25K, and all of a sudden has virtually thousands of people underneath her? Why did this click so fast for you when before you got into companies and it seemed like nothing clicked?
The old Meladee would listen to your trainings, I knew everything you were going to say, Robert, because I had been to everything. I listened to every phone call, every training, every event. And the old Meladee took notes, closed the book, took it home, and never looked at it again, never applied anything. It was all head knowledge. The old Meladee had to have a transformation when it came to the 6 inches between my ears and the way that I thought. And Robert, one of the most powerful things that you gave me was the ability to realize that if somebody else did something, all you have to do is copy them and you can have the same success. So, like I said, I was learning from you and I finally, big pop, I need to look at my notes and I need to apply something every day to from what I've learned. Then another pop, you need to teach this to somebody else. Not only did I learn it better, but then I got to help other people and see differences, changes in their lives. And that's what really, that's what, when I found like, oh my gosh, I can help other people doing this. I can share what I'm learning. I didn't have to make it up. I didn't have to create it. I didn't have to think of anything new. I didn't have to reinvent the wheel. All I had to do was share what I was learning and see it make a difference in other people's lives. And I was hooked, addicted, completely addicted to it. So
when you see other people that that you've helped and they actually get checks on a weekly basis, what does that feel like?
It's so exciting. It's so exciting. When I was introduced to you, that was in a network marketing company, I sucked at network marketing because I didn't know. I was just wrong. I did everything all wrong. And I thought, I'm just going to copycat, just got to copy the right cat. And I didn't realize how much of that wasn't even skill. It was just my thoughts, my posture, how to communicate with people using that law of reciprocity that you taught me, to build a brand, to build an audience, to build a following, to be able to touch more lives. And so for those of you who think that I was in another network marketing company and I was super successful, and that's why in this company, it's all gold, it's all good, it's easy. No, I wasn't. I gave more product away in that company because I just
But that company you were in for probably like 90 days in 2015. That was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when you decided to get involved in this company, you didn't have a group of successful people. You weren't even getting a check from a network marketing company. Right.
And I hadn't for years and years.
I think that's so important to know because people go, So I want to make sure that we cover, what you did. So, when I reached out to you and said, Meladee, you're one of my dear closest friends. I'm thinking about coming out of retirement and helping my wife with her position. And you received that message. What did you do? Because see, first, I think the biggest change that people don't realize the difference between Meladee old and the Meladee new is it's not that she just believed in herself and who she was and loved herself, But there's a difference part of saying, I'll give this a try. That's what I hear, probably millions of you that will watch this video. Okay, I see that other people are making money with it and the product's helping people and the system's helping people. I'll give it a try. My first thought is don't bother. You know what I mean? It's like trying to pick up a pencil. You either do or you don't. And then there becomes this Meladee that goes, you know what? I will figure this out. She had belief in herself, and she goes, this might take a little bit of time, but I will figure this out. To the Meladee that got involved 2.5 months ago, and it's like, I'm crushing this. Watch how fast I go to the top of the comp plan. That's a different mentality. That's a different intention. That's a different vision. That's a different belief. That Meladee was just going, oh my God, I'm going to make tens of thousands of dollars a month from this. That's a different thought than maybe some of you. And I can tell you that she can help you get that. So now when you got in, because this is the way I seen you, Meladee, honestly, after, it's always easy to connect the dots afterwards. But what I know is that you knew how much I love Terry because you've been a friend of the family forever. So I think that I sort of messed up in my message to you because I said that I'm thinking about supporting my wife, Terry, come out of retirement. You read that. He's already made the decision. The second thing that I think that you read out of the same message and me just sort of, letting people know is I also believe that you had a sense of urgency and excitement because you knew that I knew almost everyone that you knew.
Yes.
So explain to people not only the attention and the belief that you knew that you were going to do this, but how much focus, energy did you put in that to get that thing going, to get that momentum flying?
Well, first of all, Robert, I have watched you build an organization. I got to watch from the sidelines. I get to watch you build an organization of over 758,000 people, something like that. And I saw how it changed the lives of the people that came in first. Not necessarily because of everything they did, but because they were at the right place at the right time. And they had you as their leader.
Wow.
And I saw this as a huge opportunity. And when I got that message from you, I checked out the website and signed up. Signed up, didn't know what I was doing, signed up, talked about it with Doug, we looked at it, and go, bam, we're in, doing this.
Did I, in the message that I sent you, did I say the name of the company?
No.
Did I say what we were marketing? Did I tell you about the system?
You really didn't say anything. You just said, again, you're thinking about this. But when you build the other company, you did it for Robert Hollis Jr.
Yep.
And I know how much you love Terry. And you do anything for her.
No doubt. And
I knew between Terry and myself, we were going to force you to do this.
I didn't know at that time, Meladee, either about all these people that were praying behind the scenes. Man, I just wish he'd come back out so I could just follow and what a blessing it's been, without a doubt.
Yeah, and really what I did is I got truly excited. I was so excited. I can't tell you how many hours I spent on the computer contacting everybody that I knew because I knew Robert was going to contact them. And I just sent them a message. I sent them a message. I don't know if Robert's had a chance to talk to you in the last couple of days. Have you heard? Blam, sent them the information. And I know a lot of those people reach out to you. Is Meladee off her rocker? Are you really coming out of retirement? What's happening? So, but I truly just got so enthusiastic that I became infectious amongst other people. And they got excited. And it just kept growing and growing and growing. And yes, I spent a lot of time messaging, answering people, connecting with people that I hadn't connected with in a while. But that sense of urgency was so strong that I knew I needed to do this now. Now, I want everybody to understand too, I had never had an intention of ever, no desire to be part of a network marketing company ever again.
That actually makes it better. You get incredible results with no intentions to really do great at it. You just knew that you were excited, and other people are intentionally, with their mind instead of their heart, trying to do this business and can't get anybody to pay attention. I think that maybe some of you might have got that golden nugget, because there is a difference in approach. So did you have this cookie cutter little thing that you said exactly the same to everyone?
I personalized to everybody, but yeah, it was basically the same message. Have you heard?
Yeah, have you heard? So now you look back, and everyone wants to know how you hit 25K. I know there's going to be a bunch of people that are probably on here live, and there's also some people that are going to see this video later. We got over 53 people now on here. So thank you, everyone, for sharing it. That's great. But one of the things I want everyone to know is, now that you get to look back 2.5 months, right? What do you think is the difference between the people that did get a check and the people that really haven't done anything yet?
I think there are two things. One is, when Robert says to do something, Robert suggests something. He says to read a book. I read a book. And if you haven't read this book, you definitely need to read Robert's book. We'll give it to you. Contact us. He says to read a book. I've learned I need to read the book. I can't just order the book and put it on the shelf. The information is not going to come to me through osmosis. You know, if Robert says, watch this training, I watch a training. If he says, do a video, I do a video. And I know that everything that I've learned from you, Robert, and I know that I have the recipe.
Yes, you do.
I have the recipe of how you built that organization of over 750,000 people.
You do.
I have the recipe to know that, and what you're doing today, same as what you're doing today, over 30 years later. So I have that recipe. So I have a lot of confidence in knowing that I could do this.
Yeah.
Not only can I do this.
Well, you're doing it.
Yeah.
You're doing it. You did it. You did it.
Right. So I don't have any doubt, you know, and I came into it with really no doubt. I wasn't going to tip my toe in the water and see how the water was. I ran into the water and did a big cannonball just right into the deep end. I wasn't going to try it and see how it worked, or I wasn't going to say, oh, well, let's just try the product, or let's just see what the system is. I jumped completely in the deep end. Yep. And I was fully committed. So the difference between me and some other people is the enthusiasm, the commitment, being all in, and the fact that, Robert, I trust you 100%. So I know that no matter what you say or recommend or suggest, I learned the hard way over the last 8 years to listen to you. So you know, it took me a long time. It took me 7 years with struggling. Then the pops really started to happen. Did I wait all of that 7 years for anything to change in my life? No. But for true freedom, for me to truly apply myself and to think like Robert Hollis thinks, and to be like Robert Hollis is, to just mirror and match you the best that I could, and quit beating myself up for what I didn't do.
Oh my God.
That was huge. That was huge, because I was punishing myself every day.
I think a lot of people will resemble that remark, because I did 30 years ago. There was, I can remember almost having my mentor physically get in my face because he said, Robert, there's no one on the planet that can beat you up worse than you. And I didn't realize I was, but it was just never enough. I didn't ever do anything good enough. I didn't deserve any praise and recognition. It was just like, you know, I just constantly was beating myself up, even though I was getting not too bad results, you know. So you know, learning not to beat yourself up is a whole different thing. So what else do you think that someone that watched you hit 25K, know that you're going to the top, what do you think right now is what you think they need to do? Because I know it's attitude, but I want to hear it from your point of view, because, you know, there's people that are going to go, oh my God, there are probably people already saying, oh my God, this interview is over 30 minutes, you know, and I'm like going, I used to set, 20, 30 hours a weekend in front of my mentor. I just never understood that if my mentor told me to read a book, I read it then. I stopped everything I was doing because I was going, if this guy makes millions of dollars and he's suggesting that I do this, I'm going to do it right now. And I just don't get that people go, well, I just don't have time for that. Time to struggle, time to be broke, time to not have it work, time to not have freedom. You know, when are you going to put you first? When are you going to put your training first? So if you want to learn how to drive a car, it's funny. You immediately make the decisions to do the things to get your license, your permit. Then you got to put in the 40 hours before you can take the driver's test. You know, you put in the time because that's the result you want. But yet in success and entrepreneurship, people do not want to invest in their time. They don't believe they're worth it. And then once they do invest in themselves, then they don't follow through. It's mind-boggling to me how many people will watch this video and won't reach out to you and I because they'd rather learn by School of Hard Knocks and just continue to struggle.
Yeah, that's heartbreaking for me. It's heartbreaking for me because I remember being in that place, and I pray I never forget.
Oh, you won't. I promise you.
But I see so many of the same struggles, the same old mindset, the same, all of that in so many people that I talk to on a day-to-day basis. And, you know, all I can say is Robert had given me so many great tools to help me change the way that I thought. I didn't have the self-confidence. I didn't have the know-how. I didn't have the self-esteem. I didn't have the self-love. That was huge.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel like I was worthy of success. So that didn't come from skills I learned. It came from changing this and realizing, you know, if anybody wants any of those incredible tools that help me change that, you know, reach out to Robert and I will be happy to share those things with you.
Reach out to Meladee.
Robert's like, I've already did it.
Reach out to Meladee. We're going to have some kind of link under here or check, put in, you know, contact me or help me. I don't know if that looks good in a comment. Help me. But just say, you know, contact me or yes or whatever and allow Meladee to reach out to you and me too. And I just really thank you for doing this. I think that some people get on here and I knew that this would be the kind of interview that I did with you, Meladee. It's been a while since I've done one. And everybody wants to know, you know, what did you say? How long did you say it? Who did you contact? How many people did you contact today? And see, they want to know all the technical things. And I know some of you'll get mad, but this is my interview. But what you do is you actually think that things that are important, which have absolutely nothing to do with your success. Nothing. So it's just the opposite. When you believe that you can do it, you love who you are, and you have the ability that you know you have something to offer, then people can feel that before you say your words. And you should treat them unique. So that means that you would be asking them questions, and virtually every conversation would be unique because the people are unique. So I wanted you guys to hear that from Meladee because, you know, a lot of you are probably going to reach out. I had somebody and she knows who she is, so she'll get a laugh at this, but she's going to get serious now. And she just wants to know if I put together this step-by-step manual. And I was going, well, I not only haven't I gotten the manual for life yet, but I still don't have the manual for being successful. And I don't have it. I haven't created it. I don't print it. There's not one there. So, but it is funny how people go, well, you know, where's the analytical side of this business? Analytical side is something that you can learn anywhere. If you don't believe that you'll do it and you won't act, it doesn't make a difference if you knew what to do. You're not going to do it. And if you go into action without believing, then it's not going to work anyway. So it's like, listen, I'm almost positive I know how to do a backflip. I would tell you not to do it. So people that know how to do a backflip, that are good at doing backflips, they don't even ask your permission. They just go, hey, watch this, and they do a backflip. And because they believe in their confidence. So is there any last things you'd love to say, Meladee, or you think that we left out?
You know, there is so much that I would like to share, and I'm not going to do that here. I'm just going to say reach out to us. We're here to help you. Whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So let's work on that thinking first, and let me prove to you that there is nothing that Robert and I do that you can't do. There's nothing. If anybody wants our recipe, reach out. Love to share that. You know, it's knowing what to do. And we spend so much time floundering and thinking we got to figure it all out. And we got to figure, what are the exact words you use, Meladee? Oh my goodness. All I do is, and this will be a clue for everybody. Every day I start my day in prayer. And I learned this from you, Robert. But every day I start my day in prayer. And I pray, and I plan my day. I have an intentional day. My day is full of intention of what I'm going to achieve that day. And I pray, Lord, bring me the people you want me to talk to today, the people that I can help today, and give me the words they need to hear, not the words Robert told me to say to them, not the words I think that they need to hear, but what they need. And, you know, then getting to know somebody and really caring about somebody and reaching out to people without that expectation, right?
Amen.
That makes the biggest difference. And taking the focus off what I need, what I want, how much money I need to make or want to make, what I lost, it doesn't matter. If you look at the big picture in life, there's so much more in your future than right here, what you're looking at right now. And you have the opportunity to change your life. Every part of it. Every part of it.
Every part.
Yeah. And I didn't get it. I didn't get it at first. And I understand that it's hard to understand, but if you just copy the right path, let's copy Robert Hollis. And, you know, Robert, I have to say thank you for everything that you poured into the vision team, for that support, for all those people that have all those questions and what do I say? What do I send next? What do I don't know. Just do something, jump in the water. Stop playing with it. If you want serious success, you've got to get serious. If you want a hobby, if you just want to be a socialite, a hobbyist, then, hang out with us, watch a field post every once in a while. But if you really want to change your life, and I believe that your families deserve more than what you have now. And you can provide that for them.
Bingo. Great word, Meladee. Well, I love you, and I thank you so much for getting on here. So down below here or around here someplace, reach out to Meladee and say, listen, let me learn to think right. Let me learn to fall in love with myself. Let me learn to be excited enough to attract the right people so that I can go out there and really do what God's intended me to do. So I love you, Meladee.
I love you too, Robert. Thank you so much. I always love spending time with you. Thank you for all that you pour into me and to others. And God bless everyone. We're here to help. Look forward to talking to you soon. God bless.
Okay, God bless. Bye-bye, everyone.